What is going on, guys? Angel Zimba right here with you for everything wrestling news number 5. Okay, this is the big one. This is the biggie because tonight, for all you wrestling fans out there, everybody out there waiting, watching the WWE product, the Royal Rumble is tonight, 29th anniversary, held live in Orlando, Florida. Now, I gotta tip my cap, or in this case, my hat, to the WWE because for the first time in a few years, the match seems somewhat unpredictable. That's what you want. You can go back to the late 80s when it first started, the 90s to now. One of the big factors of what makes the Royal Rumble one of my favorite pay-per-view of the year, excluding WrestleMania, is that you can look at the Royal Rumble, you can look at the field of 30 men and possibly women on certain occasions, and you can just say, you know what, that guy can win, but wait, that guy can win too. Wait, see, that guy can win too, because there's so many options to choose from on who can win the Royal Rumble match and cash in their ticket to WrestleMania. But in this case, for the first time in WWE history, Roman Reigns will defend the WWE Championship inside the Royal Rumble match. He's the number one entrant, so he has to go coast to coast, just like Chris Benoit and just like Shawn Michaels. Now, there's a lot of ways that the WWE can go. All right, this is the whole pay-per-view that I'm gonna be previewing. So we're gonna work our way from the bottom to the top. We're gonna start off with the tag team match between the Usos and the New Day. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not feeling the Usos. They've been, ever since 2014 when they won the tag team championships back in March from the New Age Outlaws. They've been stale. They've been boring. They bring nothing to the product. They are in desperate need of a character change, whether that be a heel turn or whatever. They are desperate need of a character change. That doesn't mean put the titles on them, because they're just, I don't think they would do anything with the belts. Personally, the New Day, they're a great heel. They're being advertised on Monday Night Raw as pretty big acts. If they're getting the push from Vince and Stephanie being mentioned every week on Monday Night Raw, that's pretty big. They're fun to watch. They're enjoying themselves. I'm enjoying them. Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods, they're all three hard workers. They put in the effort, and I see no reason why the New Day should drop the belts in this situation. No reason why they should drop the belts. So I fully expect there to be some sort of interference by Xavier Woods. He has a brand new gold glistening trombone. He uses it to distract either Jimmy or Jay. It allows Big E or Kofi, whoever's wrestling that in that point in time, to get the win over the other two brothers. So by hook or by crook, the New Day will retain the tag team championships. Make no mistake about that. As far as the United States Championship match goes, first of all, I don't understand what the WWE, their booking team, is doing here. They're just going bad. They're contradicting themselves of what they did this past year at WrestleMania. What did they do? They had Daniel Bryan win the Intercontinental Championship before he got hurt. They had John Cena win the United States Championship. Two big money marquee names winning those two undercard belts to bring more prestige to it. And now you're just diminishing the title by playing hot potato. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, it was a feel-good moment. It was a great match between Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio. I watched it live on Monday Night Raw. I didn't expect Kalisto to win. It was a nice surprise. It was, Del Rio didn't do anything with the belt. He beat John Cena and did nothing. Okay? Did nothing. So it was a fresh face. It was, it was an underdog story. You always love the underdog story. Just like Rey Mysterio winning the World Heavyweight Championship back at WrestleMania 22, defeating future Hall of Famers Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. Okay? Everybody loves an underdog story. And then for some reason, the next night on the SmackDown tapings, they gave the belt back to Del Rio. I have no idea what they were thinking with that move. I'm not sure what they were trying to accomplish. But all I know is you would probably do more damage, to be quite frank, by putting the belt back on Kalisto. Just keep the belt on Del Rio. You might as well at this point expect the League of Nations to interfere in this match and cause Kalisto to lose. I'm surprised they didn't get involved in their original United States Championship match back on Raw, but expect the League of Nations to get involved. You have Rusev, you have Barrett. Expect those guys to cause interference, and Del Rio, no doubt, will retain his United States Championship over Kalisto. Now, we have Divas. We have the Divas match, and it always bothers me to say Divas match because these are two women. They're hard women, hard fighting. These are two champions having so much success in NXT, only to be brought up to the main roster and being booked like shit. It really doesn't make any sense the way they book these divas. The whole Divas Revolution, it was big from the start, and then it just declined. So, however, all that being said, this feud is a decent feud because it's simple. The program is simple. Frenemies. You have Becky Lynch and Charlotte, best friends, BFFs, best friends. I can't even do that. Best friends forever. Each woman would stand by each other's side, and then Charlotte does the unthinkable when she starts lying, she starts cheating, and she starts stealing to win. And those dirty underhand tactics are something Becky's just not going to put up with. So she wants to exact revenge on her former best friend and win the Divas Championship. Now, she's failed on 2 separate occasions with the help of, the hindrance of Ric Flair distracting. So it just, that part, the Ric Flair part of the program, I'm not too fond about. It seems way overdone. It seems very cheesy. You just see Charlotte standing in the shadow of Ric Flair, just doing what her daddy did 10 years prior. 10 or 20 years prior, whatever. So I'm not too big on that. And you can kind of see the seeds planted on a Monday Night Raw when you can see clearly Charlotte did not want any part of Becky Lynch again for the Divas Championship at the Royal Rumble. However, Ric Flair, only way he can do, he steps in front of her daughter and proudly proclaims that at the Royal Rumble there will in fact be a Divas Championship match. And you can see on Charlotte's face, she was pissed, she didn't like it. So there could be a possible dissension between Ric Flair and her daughter. However, this Sunday at the Royal Rumble, expect Charlotte to win, once again, like I said, by hook or by crook. Expect her to defeat Becky Lynch. You want, like I said, an underdog story. You want a feel-good story. I just don't think the Royal Rumble is the right pay-per-view. I think it would be that much better to continue the feud, put a possible gimmick match at Fastlane, and then to a possible high up in the card. You can have it right before the main event, or you can have it somewhere at WrestleMania, have a feel-good moment, have Becky Lynch win her first Divas Championship. Okay? That's the way it should go down. But this Sunday, tonight rather, expect Charlotte to retain her championship. What we got? We have Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. 2 indie guys, 2 of the greatest wrestlers in the business going right now. Yeah, Kevin Steen, Jon Moxley. These 2 can go in the ring. Okay? These 2 can go in the ring. That's why this is the best feud going in the WWE right now. You have a last man standing match. It's going to be just a hard-fought battle between 2 men fighting over something very important, the Intercontinental Championship. As opposed to playing hot potato with the United States Championship, these 2 men are fighting over something to bring prestige to it. Okay? If you want to elevate a championship, just have 2 men doing anything in their power, fighting tooth and nail to win or retain, whatever situation, the Intercontinental Championship. Okay? Going back to the old days, Brett, Shawn, Razor Ramon, Stone Cold, all those Hall of Famers who held the Intercontinental Gold. Okay? These guys are making them proud. So just look back to, what was it, Armageddon 2000. Look back to a Triple H versus Chris Jericho, last man standing. It was a huge table spot. And I forgot who won. It was either Chris Jericho or Triple H. They won by the skin of their teeth. When the referee was counting about to count 10, the man rose to his feet and he won. Like I said, by the skin of his teeth. So expect Dean Ambrose to win, like I said, by a cunt's hair over Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. I expect the man to lose, is going to have bigger plans going for them at WrestleMania. Expect Kevin Owens to go on to a future program with, I don't think Brock Lesnar, I'll get into Brock Lesnar in a few moments. He might go on to a program against The Undertaker, who knows? That might be his opponent. All I know is Dean Ambrose is going to retain the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to be like a big spot, and like I said, Boltman are down at 9. Dean Ambrose just gets up before 10. He's probably going to go into a program where Chris Jericho, this he replanted back in Night of Champions, when it was Reigns, Ambrose, and Chris Jericho surprise entrant to face the Wyatt family. Those seeds were planted and kind of shoved, gave like a shoulder check to Dean Ambrose. So we'll see that feud blossom into a WrestleMania match. Should be a great match, by the way. So that brings us to the Royal Rumble. That brings us, like I always say in every review, the meat and potatoes, the Royal Rumble match. A myriad of ways that this shindig could go down. Okay, it's about 4 options you can do. You can have Roman Reigns go coast to coast and retain the championship, which is highly unlikely that to happen. Highly unlikely. Yeah, Triple H either by entering at number 30 or just blatantly distracting Roman Reigns and causing him to be eliminated to thwart him out of the championship. 3, Brock smash. 4, yeah, the Wyatt family prove that they do what they say, they mean what they mean, and they conquer the Royal Rumble, and Bray Wyatt captures his first WWE Championship, which I would love to see, but that is not going to happen. So, before we get into that, let's just talk about the surprise entrance. Apparently, there's like 9 or 10 slots to be filled, so you could have, there's so many. Chris Jericho's in it. AJ Styles could come into the Rumble, which should not happen. Don't put AJ Styles in, please. Obviously, WWE, you're not listening to a 29 subscribe channel. Do not, listen to me. Don't put AJ Styles in the Royal Rumble. Yes, you're probably thinking, put him in the Rumble. He has a great showing. Save his debut for the night after WrestleMania. All the fucking hype after WrestleMania. That's one of the most heralded Monday Night Raws of the fucking year. Don't put him in the Rumble because you know he's not going to win it. Don't put him in the Rumble. Please don't. I don't want to see in the Rumble. I want to see AJ Styles debut. Of course I do in the WWE. Apparently he is gonna debut. John Cena posted Instagram pictures of him. He making cryptic promos on his on PW shows, whatever. Don't have him debut at the Rumble. Like a John Morrison could return. A Jeff Hardy could return. A Daniel Bryan could return. There's even fucking reports about Shawn Michaels making a surprise entrance. Don't expect that to happen. Rob Van Dam could return. There's so many. That's what makes this Royal Rumble good. But the way I think it is going to go down. First, let's get Brock Lesnar out of the way. Brock Lesnar is not going to win the Royal Rumble. I expect the Wyatt family to somehow get involved with Brock Lesnar. They eliminate Brock Lesnar in some fashion, and obviously what causes him the WWE Championship. The seed were planted this past Monday Night on Raw when they had a spinning heel kick, a discus clothesline by Harper. Strowman got his whatever the fuck a clothesline. He got his shit in. And then Bray Wyatt gave Brock Lesnar's sister Abigail. Okay? Those seeds were planted. We were going to have a program. We were going to have a one-on-one match with Lesnar and Wyatt at WrestleMania. That's what I think is going to happen. Just, could you imagine the fucking promos? It's a great program. Could you imagine spit fire on the mic? Paul Heyman. Bray Wyatt, spit fire on the mic. Fucking great. You already have it right there. Those two can just sell the match. Brock Lesnar doesn't even need to show up. He can just stand there and look like a fucking badass. So, Brock Lesnar will be eliminated by the Wyatt family during the match. Brock Lesnar's not going. Bray Wyatt's not going to win either. To set up their program, and so that leaves us with the 2 options remaining: either Roman Reigns going coast to coast. He's not going to win it. The way I see it going down, this is where it gets tricky. I think I see Triple H entering number 30 and winning his 14th championship. That seems too obvious. I don't think he would put the belt on himself. So it's tough. If I would have to make a prediction, I would have to make a prediction. Listen, if you want to book it logically, you don't want to have Roman Reigns, be the babyface champion going into WrestleMania. You want him being the babyface underdog to have the coronation at WrestleMania 32, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. You want to have that coronation. You want to have him once again win the WWE Championship for a third time. You want to have that. So you don't want to have him being the champion going into WrestleMania. So even though it seems too obvious, I'm going with Triple H winning the Royal Rumble match and winning his 14th championship. You're going to have, sorry about that, Triple H going into WrestleMania as the champion, facing Roman Reigns, where Roman Reigns finally puts Triple H down to win the gold. That's the way I see it going down. That's the Royal Rumble for you guys. I'm pretty pumped up to see it tonight. I'm excited. What time is it? What do we got? It's like 2-some right now. Almost got the game. Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. I don't know if you guys NFL fans out there. But guys, thank you for listening to my voice. Thank you for listening to my views on the WWE. If you like my review, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for. Got plenty more videos out there for you guys. Trust me. It's fucking so. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the fucking snow out there. Are you fucking kidding me? Goddamn. I don't fucking know. Oh no, guys, you want to follow me on Twitter? Link is down below. Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. Guys, I will see you later and expect my review and results for the Royal Rumble either tonight or sometime tomorrow. I don't know. I'll get it out for you guys. Make sure you follow. See ya, guys. Peace out.